Here's my uncle's old Gazelle bicycle again. Let me close the door because there's too much light coming in from the outside. And finally we're getting some spring weather, although it is still very cold. Okay, so I've been enjoying this bicycle for the past couple of weeks and it rides really very well. It is, as the name suggests, very solid. But this chain guard is broken and it is rattling a bit, and that is bothering me. I think it's the only thing that is really rattling on this bicycle. But I have an almost brand new Kawasaki green chain guard that I painted black, and I think it would look nice, a little bit less uber beige. So the mission for today is to install this thing. I used the tie wrap to hold the new guard in place to check the aesthetics of the black color, and I must say I like it. Maybe later I will also paint these fenders black. To be honest, I don't care much about the originality of the bicycle. That beige color is kind of bothering me. On the plus side, second gear isn't missing after all. It's the third gear that is not working. So I guess at some point I will have to open up the rear hub again, but it's not a problem for now. And to be honest, I don't like these 3 speeds all that much. The spacing between the gears is too big. I think it's like 33%, and I would prefer to see a spacing of 20–25%, but I don't think hubs like that exist. So I've been looking into how this chain guard is mounted to the frame. It's a bit loose, but I believe originally it was mounted right here to the frame. Now the new chain guard that I painted black is actually using this metal plate that sits behind the bottom bracket and holds the chain guard in place. And I think that's going to be a problem, because I'm not sure if I can remove this bottom bracket in order to mount this metal plate. Because I'm not sure if these bottom brackets are actually removable. They might be a press fit. They might get damaged once you try and remove them. I think I will go for a bike ride and visit the local bike guy, see if he can help me with any advice. I'll be right back, and maybe then I will do some wrenching on that old bicycle. Would you believe it? It's Sunday again, so the bike guy isn't there. I actually ended up at my neighbor's. And he helped me out with some parts I could use. These are the parts that I got from my neighbor. And this actually fits my chain guard. So that's kind of amazing. He actually had a bucket full of these things. And I went through all of them and this one fit. It's not the same color, but it fits. And that's the important bit. And this is another coaster brake hub that I can use to fix my Sparta bicycle. Although I'm not sure if this one works. But maybe I can use the internals to fix that other bicycle. Alright, let's get this mounted. So the first thing I want to do is figure out why this chain guard is so loose. at first sight nothing seems to be broken. So I'm going to remove the lower part so I can inspect things a little bit more thoroughly. Well, that's rather loose, so that's something that needs to be addressed. Now, I don't see how this chain guard is fixed to this bracket here. It might be normal for this thing to be able to slide up and down, but I will take it off and then I can have a closer look. Well, I think I got it. But this chain is terribly dirty. I must have used a gallon of oil on there. So this thing will be a bitch to paint. There is a hole here in this bracket, but I don't see a corresponding notch on the plastic part. So yeah. It probably has nothing to do with the mounting of the chain guard. So now I'm going to clean off some of this rusty grease and retension the chain, and then I will put everything back together, because I don't feel like painting that dirty chain guard. There's only a slight color difference between the part I got from my neighbor and the original chain guard. Maybe I'll try and paint it when I have the rear wheel out of the frame to fix the hub. Here's the lower piece of the chain guard, and after taking a better look, it turns out there's a piece missing here. All of the tabs are still here, but this might have been the reason why this lower piece of the chain guard was sagging all of the time. So I reassembled the chain guard, including the part that I got from my neighbor. And if I pull this, it doesn't come undone, but it is sagging. So my plan is to drill a hole in here and put in a little screw. Looks like there's another piece missing here. A brand new 2.5mm drill bit. Let's see if I can screw this up. Well, the excitement is all over, and I think it was a success. This is 3mm. Of course, when it's mounted onto the bicycle, I cannot support it from the inside. It does have a quick link. But this is probably clean enough for me. Maybe next time I'll take it off and put it in the diesel. But I don't feel like doing this today. Alright, now I'm going to loosen up the wheel and tension the chain. I already loosened up the other side. I think that's tight enough. I think the wheel is still in the middle of the frame, so I think we're good there. Let's tighten everything up again. Alright. Yeah. The next thing I need to do is put the chain guard back, and then I can go for my Sunday's bike ride. Finally. So I found another issue with this lower part of the chain guard. This part here for the screw is broken, so I put in a tie wrap and then put some drops of super glue on here. So I guess now I have to wait for the CA glue to cure. I guess I will take my other bicycle for a ride today. So I'm just back from my mandatory fitness ride, and I got the top part of the chain guard back on, and now it's time to reinstall this lower part. Finally, I got it. I think that CE glue did the trick. I had to switch to another tripod in order to make this shot. But it is probably the most important thing that I'm doing today. To be honest, I'm not completely sure if that worked. Well, I guess time will tell. No way I can stick my finger in there. And last but not least, the missing part that I got from my neighbor. I think that's it. It did snap in place. Well, as you can see, it is not exactly the same color, but it is close. So you guys are back on my regular height tripod, and now you can admire the result. I think it doesn't look all that bad, although I would have preferred a black chain guard, because that was the plan when I started out this video. Maybe one day a black chain guard will cross my path, and well, hopefully before I take apart that rear wheel to fix the third gear problem. Okay, I guess the last thing I need to do is take this thing for a bike ride on the local dirt road. I'm back, and it sounds like I over tightened the chain. So let's quickly fix that. Should probably be a little looser. Well, let's try it like this. Unfortunately, the third gear has not magically reappeared. But I wasn't expecting that. I guess I will look on the internet for a replacement hub. And till I find one, you will probably not see this bicycle again installed. Well, there's one more thing that I want to fix while the bicycle is in the shop. I cannot reach the bell with my thumb. It's a rather sad sounding bell. Maybe it needs some lubrication. Oh, that's clean enough. Let's put everything back together. Yeah, that didn't make a huge difference. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I think this will work. If not, I'll move it again. Now there's one thing I do not like about this handlebar. Because of this solid brake linkage, it is impossible to change the angle on this grip. I would like it to slope down just a little bit more, so there will be less pressure on the palm of my hand. I guess you cannot wish for everything. I would like to rotate this grip a quarter turn. That way it will fit better into my hand. Not sure of this. Oh, that's easier than I thought it would be. Yeah, that feels better. So that's another minor non-issue fixed. Alright, I guess that's it. It's time to end this video. It's getting too long. So, that was the second bicycle shit show uploaded to this channel. Thanks for watching this garbage, and for the next video I'm planning to do a short voiceover version of a originally very long edit about fixing an old Brooks B66 leather saddle. The very same saddle that is currently on this bicycle. If you want to see the original video, you will have to follow the link to my Rolling Random channel. And as always, like, subscribe, yada yada yada, and to be continued.